heads of relevant agencies here present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be here today at the official launch and unveiling of the new Naira banknotes, as this event this morning marks a major milestone in our efforts to solve the numerous challenges facing the management of our legal tender currency with the unveiling of the three redesigned denominations of 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira, and 200 Naira banknotes. I'd like to talk about the need for the currency design, its benefits, the features of the new banknotes, and the unwavering support of Mr. President to the Central Bank of Nigeria. As you are all aware, currency management is a key function of the Central Bank of Nigeria, as enshrined in Section 2, subsection B of the CBN Act, 2007. Indeed, the integrity of a local currency tender, the efficiency of its supply, as well as its efficacy in the conduct of monetary policy are some of the hallmarks of a great central bank. In recent times, however, currency management in Nigeria has faced several challenges that have continued to grow in scale and sophistication, with unintended consequences for the integrity of both the Central Bank of Nigeria and the country. Some of these challenges primarily include, first, a significant hoarding of banknotes by members of the public, with statistics showing that 2.72 trillion naira out of 3.26 trillion naira currency in circulation as of June 2022 was outside the vaults of our commercial banks across the country and supposedly held by members of the public. These statistics shows that 84.71% of our currency in circulation are outside the vaults of commercial banks, with only 15.29% at the central bank and the commercial bank's vaults. Second, is the worsening shortage of clean and fit banknotes with attendant negative perception of the CBN and increased risk to financial stability. Third, there is increasing ease by criminals and risk of counterfeiting evidenced by several security reports received by the security agencies, the CBN, and the government. The benefits of the currency redesign to Nigerian economy are enormous, given that A, this policy will help to control inflation, as the exercise will bring the hoarded currency back into the banking system, thereby making monetary policy more effective. B, it will also help with better design and implementation of monetary policy, as we would have much more accurate data on money supply and our monetary aggregates. Third, we believe that this exercise will help in increasing financial inclusion, moving towards a more cashless economy, and ensuring greater formalization of the Nigerian economy. D, the currency redesign would assist in the fight against corruption, as the exercise would rein in the higher denomination used for corruption, and the movement of such funds from the banking system could be tracked easily by the relevant security agencies. Your Excellency, sir, although global best practice is for central banks to redesign, produce, and circulate new local currency within every 5 to 8 years, our Naira has not been redesigned in the last 19 years. On the basis of these trends, problems, facts, and benefits of currency redesign, and in line with Section 2B, Section 18, and Section 19, subsections A and B of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act 2007, the management of the CBN sought and indeed obtained the approval of the President Muhammadu Buhari to redesign, produce, and circulate new series of banknotes at 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira levels. After obtaining Mr. President's approval, the CBN directed the Nigerian Security and Minting Company, our own print, to begin printing the new banknotes. The redesigned 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira banknotes will have the features of enhanced security, greater durability, attractiveness, and a rich heritage. Your Excellency, sir, the ability of the Central Bank of Nigeria to initiate sound policies that positively impact Nigerians and support economic growth, such as the currency design policy, is due to the independence of the Central Bank of Nigeria. I'd like to also emphasize that the independence of the Central Bank of Nigeria, though codified in our law, would not have been possible without the full and total support of President Muhammadu Buhari, who has made this policy initiative possible and successful. Indeed, Mr. President, only, and I repeat, only a president of your esteemed and incorruptible stature could have done what we are witnessing today. We say this because instead of redesigning in 5 to 8 years, we delayed for almost 19 years. And for this, we are exceedingly grateful to Mr. President. Most importantly, Mr. President, in order to test the capacity of the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting Company, you insisted that the first set of these currencies must be printed in Nigeria. Before now, due to other security or leakage problems, what we will find is that the first set of currencies will be printed abroad. But Mr. President, you insisted that we must trust our mint and that we need to be able to give them the chance to defend themselves about leakage and security, and they have proved us correct. We thank Mr. President for your unflinching confidence in the Nigerian Mint. We also thank the staff and the management of the Nigerian Security and Minting Company for living up to the expectation by working tirelessly to actualize Mr. President's directive to print these currencies locally. I'd like to thank my colleagues at the Central Bank of Nigeria for their painstaking work on this project and other programs. My gratitude also goes to Managing Director of Nigerian Security Printing Minting Company, Mr. Ahmed Halilu and his team, and I also like to appreciate the task force on the new Naira banknotes, including our deputy governors, the CEO of Access Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, Unity Bank, First Bank, and Fidelity Bank. I also thank all the bank CEOs in the Bankers Committee, the representatives of FinTech Association, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, the National Security Advisor, the Director of Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, the Inspector General of Police and his team, the representatives from the President's Office, and all other stakeholders that have contributed in no small measure in making this day possible this morning. I thank you all for your attention, sir.